Any public comment today? If there is, please come forward, state your name and address.
Good morning. My name is Bill Demina, Homer Township. I'm not sure if 5G factors into this latest presentation, but my concern is a safety message for 5G. I'd like to make sure that the commissioners, when you see these 5G towers come up, make sure you insist on some of the safety data. My understanding is that there really is no medical testing on the microwave energy directed from those 5G towers that would tell you if there's any kind of damage. Primarily, it's through the brain. If you remember Havana syndrome, that was a supposed, the government won't tell you, but it's essentially a microwave attack was on our consulate, and they were getting a lot of brain injuries. And from what I understand also, 4G is pretty much a unidirectional signal, but 5G is essentially a targeted energy beam towards the cell phone so that they could get faster service. And if you're having your phone here and the source is here, it goes through your brain. If it's over here, the antenna effect is over here. And all I'm saying is, I like to trust, but I also like to verify. So I'd ask you to, when people are bringing these 5G towers, say, can you show me the safety data on the effect on people from that extra energy? And also, who has control of the frequency? Because frequency is damage is a function of frequency. So if it's, let's say, so many megahertz or whatever the term is, can they alter it? Who has power to alter the frequency? And just get those kind of information and make sure that it's under our control and we have some background instead of just trust us. So I'd appreciate your looking into it when it comes here. Thank you.
Good comments. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Is there any other public comment today? Yes, please come forward, state your name and address.
Good morning. I am Jill Booth. I'm from Homer Township. And I just want to speak a little bit more, closing this issue on the Proposition 3 recount. Mainly because there was an arrest and a prosecution of a former Genesee County elections official. And you may have heard about this. Many thought it was something that I've been trying to champion results for, but I'll give a copy of this so you guys can get copies. I only had time to make one. But anyway, she cut seals, she tampered with the ballot container just after the 2020 August primary. And at the time, this lady, Flint Township Clerk, Kathy Funk, was in a close re-election race. She was charged with misconduct in office, punishable up to 5 years in prison, but as a part of a plea deal, they agreed no jail time for her. So she's sentenced to 24 months probation along with fine and court costs, and she'll be on an electronic tether for 180 days. So the judge stressed the importance of election integrity by this election official. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is this happens. It's true. Why I brought this up to you all is because this is a concern by the public. And it's going to become more of a concern as 2024 comes. So she's no longer eligible to serve. But during that recount in December, Bay County had a bag that had no tag. And also, a statistician I follow showed a 1,000 vote preload for one of the candidates in that race. So how did that happen? If this stuff happens, we really need to get a handle on where this data comes from. And how did this lady get to court? So, who raised the flag and how did it get to decide whether this was really a valid case or not? Well, somebody decided it needed a prosecution and a real investigation. So a formal investigation, I should say. So I guess I just want to say we need closer scrutiny. Embrace it, welcome it, involve the public. And as a side note, risk limiting audits are not a full audit. It's not going to detect any of this. You need a full audit to really show that we have election integrity in Midland County. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there any other public comment today?